Hello beautiful Pisces, and welcome back to Intuitive Energies. We're looking for your month of August. Wow, already. Can you believe it? We're already going into the month of August. August, time of harvest, the beginning at least for some places. Yeah, this is it's a fruitful month, and I always love the month of August, not only because it is my husband's birthday. He's at the end of August, which makes him a Virgo. Yeah, no, it's just everything about it is really just putting things in order. Things are getting celebrated. The harvest comes in. I don't know. It's just very, it's just everything that you've been working so hard on. It gives that great feeling of things are coming in now. Okay, so there's a few indications that came to me from spirit signs and stuff about this is a redo for you in some cases. Okay, July was the hardworking month, but August is going to be the month of, and not redos as in you have to do it again. It's more like a new start. Okay, things you're going to want to start things over. In other words, it's not that you're going to be forced to, it's going to be that you're going to choose to do it, which is beautiful. By the way, I hope you love my beautiful sunflowers here. I didn't change it. It's actually just what do you call, I guess, a tea towel. I found it at the Dollar Tree and I just couldn't help myself. I love sunflowers. There's the orange, the beauty of it. It's so August, September, I guess, right? All right, so here we go. I have all 4 weeks represented by these different oracle decks. So we're going to start flipping cards. We're going to see what the first week's energy, second week. I'm going to pull out a challenge card from the chakras. And I'm going to pull another one from a couple of inspirational decks I have. Some from Into the Vortex and Spirit Junkie. I mixed them all up together. And we're going to pull some cards out of that. And we're going to see what the month brings in. Now, don't forget, I do extendeds on these, including the monthly ones. So I'm going to pull cards this morning, but I'm going to continue with tarot later on to really clarify every week of the month, okay? So welcome Pisces. If this is your first time, I look at the Pisces Collective energies and I look where we're going for the month. Thank you to everybody who has been such a great support so far. Alright, one wanted to come out right away. Door to personal healing and happiness. Well, week 1. Awesome. So, yeah. 7, you have assessed. We got that a lot for the last week of July. The assessment of healing, of moving forward. So this is really telling you that you are going down the right path. Look at this. Look at these doors. Look at these doors, Pisces. Look at what's beyond it. The rainbow. It's so gorgeous. You have lotus flowers fully opened, ready to receive the light. You have the peacock with his beautiful colors, the dove, peace, and it's lush growth around this door right here, okay? How beautiful can you make that? Like, how better can it get for the month of August? Honestly, yeah, I could say a lot more, but I'm just going to read from this little book, see what it has to say. New beginnings in your personal life. There you go. I mean, that's the whole title, right? This card is a harbinger of positive change. The beautiful light-filled door opens into a lush rainbow-lit spring-filled, and it's spring, but, you know, I think it's the harvest coming in too, with vibrant lotus flowers. If you're on the other side, you could be heading into your spring. Right. I mean, on, you know, the side of New Zealand and Australia, absolutely. Whether you're working on some inner healing, such as breaking an addiction, or looking to make some external changes, such as finding a new place to live, this card signals that your life is opening up, and new opportunities are about to appear. The changes you've been working on are ready to blossom with wonderful results. So make sure you see your personal intentions through with continued action and optimistic expectations. Okay, so this is wonderful. This is telling you, yes, Pisces, you are on the right path, on the right journey. So I hate to pick a challenge card for this, but you know, we're going to see what the deck says here. Personally, I pick as Pisces that first week of August, I pick that we have no, I won't have any personal challenge. I'm just going to feel good. And look at that. Okay, look at this. This is purple, so this is your, like, crown chakra, forgiveness. Oh, wow. Okay. It's so beautiful. Look at this. Safe. Safe in the arms of your favorite hippopotamus. That's okay with me. That sounds good. This actually a little bit of a trigger for me. I used to have a huge stuffed plush elephant. It wasn't a hippopotamus, it was an elephant that I used to sleep with as a child. It was 6 times bigger than me. Probably a choking hazard in today's world, but back then it was the one thing that I slept with. And if I lost it, which was kind of weird because there's no possible way I could lose it, it was like so big, I would not be at peace for the longest time. You know, some children have blankies. I had this thing. Yeah. So it's funny because my mother threw it away. This is kind of a memory. I'm going through the memory with you because they're showing it to me. My mom threw it in a dumpster and I found it. There was no logical reason for me to go looking for it in a dumpster that day at the age that I was. I was very young. I must have been 5 or 6. But I did go look for it and found it. It had been, I guess it had seen better days, and my mother decided that it was time for it to go. But because of the size of it, it's not something you can kind of sneak out of the house or that somebody wouldn't notice, right? As a child, this thing is like the size of a house compared to the child. So it's not like, you know, a little something that you can sneak out the door. It's a huge stuffed toy, right? And I knew I couldn't take it out of the garbage, but my heart was broken. So it's funny that this has got the forgiveness card here, but it's saying that it's time to move on, okay? If you're going to do personal healing, it's time to move on of past hurts and past things. I think that some people may not know. They thought they were doing good in your life. I've seen this the case, you know, even if they have negative energies. I think that people come in and they try to help, and I've mentioned this before, they try to help in the way that they know how or based on their own personal experiences. Unfortunately, that we are not all the same person. So sometimes the things that they do can cause damage. The Spirit is saying it's time to forgive them for such things, for not realizing how important certain things were to you, such as the safety of a huge stuffed toy. I had such a bad childhood that was very important to me. But in the end, it also made me realize that I needed to forgive because in essence, I wasn't holding on to things that outside of myself that brought me safety. I had to start working in my life towards things that would make me feel within myself, okay? Remember, what is yours cannot be taken away. So forgive people the injustices you think they created for you. They were probably there to do it for a very good reason. And all the things that you've gone through, the certainty that you've suddenly developed in the month of July going into August, you need to forgive all of that because this was part of your journey, okay? So this is coming in super clear. They used my own personal experience of a memory that I completely forgot. I swear to God, I just remembered my stuffed elephant, and I'm almost in tears here, you guys. It was such a, I don't know, you know, that thing that gives you comfort. And yeah, so just remember though, I became such a strong person within myself. Unfinished symphony. And this is a 10 for this is, so you are completing that symphony this month, okay? This is an unfinished symphony for the second week of August, but I do have a feeling that this is you completing stuff. This is you finally beginning to the beginning of the end of that symphony, okay? That one that you need, the last notes that you were looking for, those precious things, okay? So this is a time to tie up loose ends as you near the completion of a cycle or project and mastery of a lesson or skill. Exactly what we're talking about, right? Okay, so it's before you can move forward, it's important that you come to terms where you are now. Okay? Practice radical acceptance. That's what I was talking about. So they want you to look at this and then they want you to accept it. Okay? Take inventory so that the emotional and psychological closure can occur and the answers you seek will be found. You can move forward if you're leaving things unfinished. You can't move forward, right? Reflect on what has passed so that the symphony can finally end on a high note. Exactly. So this is beautiful. You're going to be concentrating on this, okay? How to get you to where you need to go. But you're doing it in certainty, Pisces. I already told you. July was that's where it was. That's where you were heading in July. So now in August, you are finally doing that. Instinct. Right. So now more than ever, you're going to be following your instinct, okay? You're going to be honing in on that skill, and that's really what you need to do. You really need to do. And you have help. As you can see, this wolf is surrounded by, I don't know if you got spirit wolves or whatever, and the moon, okay? It's time to see past everything. It's time to follow your instinct. It's time for you to move forward. You can finish this. You have everything you need instinctually to move forward, but this might represent a challenge, okay? Again, we're always trying to work on this part of ourselves. Instinct, intuition, very closely related to each other, okay? Because they're all in that realm of balance in the middle of chakras, okay? So remember this. You have to work on your instinct. No, smell it out. You can see him, okay? Smell out the situations before you rush into them. And this is the gray. The gray is above your head, okay? So this is like higher level. This is your crown. That's not your third eye. That's your crown chakra. This is the one where you are really honing into all those skills. You have them. You have them in spades. You're Pisces. You're born with it. Regardless of whether you used it or not up to this point, you have them, okay? We all do. I'm not saying the other signs don't. Absolutely, they do. They do. But as Pisces, yeah, you have it, okay? It's like your thing, okay? All right, so we're looking at the third week of August. This is the second week of August. Okay. Let's see what's going on. Dry desert. Let's see what that has to say. When I look at this I'm seeing a moment in time where you're seeing that things are really uncluttered. I'm seeing that you're seeing clearly now the spaces and what you haven't been seeing or what's been cluttering your view is now gone. It's even a moment of surprise, I think, for you at this point, how uncluttered your field of vision is what's coming out here with this dry desert. I feel a moment of calm. I feel a moment of not boredom, but it'll feel for you like things have suddenly stopped. Like you are on a ship with sails, but the wind just died. That the water is perfectly still. That the desert is completely still. and you're just looking out right now. You're just looking out at the wide open space. It's kind of a weird thing. I'm not sure if that's what it means, but that is what I'm getting from them. I feel a moment of quiet. I feel, yeah, dig deep for inspiration and truth. Okay, now's the time to become adaptable and resilient. So having seen this, it's like uncluttering all the crap, and the storm front from last week just kind of took everything and just blew it out of the way. And after all of that died down, you're kind of standing there going, wow, it's really empty in here. And they don't want you to think that you are without any consistency or anything like that. You are empty. You're not. You're just very uncluttered at the moment. Finally, it feels a little weird. This is what I'm getting from them. It might feel weird. It feels like something that yields nothing. You feel like everything's like stopped. Okay? You're being required to conserve your energy until after consistent effort you reach the oasis you're searching for. Okay? Right. Consider the creatures that have lived in these conditions. They have adapted to thrive in spite of the outer environment. In a desert, water, essential for life, can be found deep underground. Go deep within yourself. Find your truth there. Okay? Let spirit sustain you while you locate the real source. Okay, I'm going to tell you what I'm seeing. I'm seeing that exactly that. We live in the human perspective, reality. Suddenly, it looks like a dry desert. Everybody is gone. But everybody is gone of the world, of the reality that we've built on the planet. So you're looking at a barren land thinking it's completely empty and that the humanity, the reality that you've created is gone. But what they're showing me is that there's so much more that you're not seeing because you've been too busy with all of this stuff. Now it's time for you to go in deep. Okay? It's time for you to really search deep within yourself. In this third week, that's what you're going to be doing. You're going to be stopped by how sparse your environment, your physical environment looks. But this is an invitation for you to go where it matters, which is deep within. Okay? I guess that's a better way of putting it. Okay? That was just, that flipped over. Alright. So, right. It's going to be about concentrating on gratitude. Again, it's with the third eye chakra. Okay? It's going to be concentrating. You have plans that are going to come to fruition, creativity. There's a lot of growth happening, but it may not feel like it. So this might be the challenge this week. You may be looking at barren lands, feeling a little bit deflated. This is what I'm feeling. But they're saying to just don't panic. It's just because you've cleared out the crap that really isn't that important. Okay? Now, after this is going to be grateful that you have cleared everything out, that you have room to move, that this will no longer impede your movement forward. Be grateful. Okay? And go within to see everything else that is growing beneath the surface, underneath the desert where the water is, okay? You have things growing, you have support. You have all that you need, even though it may feel a little bit Five of Pentacles, a little bit isolating for a moment. It's just a perception of your environment, the way you've been living, okay? Now it's going to be like where there's a switch that's going to happen, where you're going to live from the inside out, not from the outside in. I hope I'm making that clear. I'm hoping that that's how it's that it's resonating, because they're really yeah, they're really specific. It's scary. It's scary when you've done everything and suddenly you're in fear that there's nothing else. That you've cleared away so much that there's nothing left. And it's just because you're transitioning. Okay? Wandering path. Enjoy the journey, right? So in the last card of the month, they're telling you, time to plan for other things, okay? Time to plan a journey that you're going to enjoy from start to finish, okay? We've all been living towards the end goal, you know, and the society has been really making us go that way. They're going like, you know, you have to have a goal. It's all about the goal. Goal. And gold, okay? This is about you starting to wander, okay? Wander now. It's time for you to go and see what else is there. See what's beyond the desert, okay? To have no concrete way of doing things that's been taught to you by society. Follow your own compass, okay? Follow your own map. Look at that, okay? And don't let the fox try to convince you or even try to fool you into going where you don't want to go. You have a map, okay? You don't need anybody telling you. You don't always need to know where you're going, except the fact that sometimes the path in life is circuitous and meandering, right? Yet know that you're always exactly where you need to be, even if it doesn't seem like it. Be present with your journey. Embrace everything that you encounter on the path. It's all for your highest good. Accept what is. There is a key to, this is the key to inner power, okay? Where you're traveling, you are in the present moment. Okay, a mystic traveler has no specific goals for the future and is not focused upon the destination. I just said that, okay? Everything is fresh and new. At times it's difficult to accept everything that occurs on the road of life, especially if the road seems to twist and turn in unexpected ways. It's an act of courage and faith to accept what is, without judgment or dismay, and to keep going. Trust that there is a plan for your life, and it's unfolding perfectly. Have faith that you're on the road that you're meant to travel on. Accepting what is doesn't mean that you can't work to change it, because you can. However, this card does suggest that every experience is supporting you for your highest good and your spiritual evolution. If there's something you can't escape, start by gently accepting the fact that you can't accept it. Allow for your own wandering path is the key to grace and peace in your life. So this is fantastic, Pisces. Okay? All right. So let's see what we have for challenges. Again, you see you got a gray. You got two crown chakra, two third eye chakra, and two crown chakras. Okay, so yeah, now more than ever, you're going to have to be impartiality, okay? You're going to be impartial. In other words, you've got to not throw everything that you know away, but be very open to everything that comes in. Don't automatically judge everything by your perception of judgments from the past, okay? Judgment is sometimes really harsh. You see things and you're going, oh, this is where I should go because that's the way I've always known and that's the way it was taught and everything. This is what I'm saying. You can let that thought come in, and that's what they say, let it come in. But after it comes in, sit with it for a moment, okay? And see what you can do with it. Okay? Are you being impartial? Are you being judgmental? Where is that? Where are these thoughts coming from? Are there better thoughts to be had? Are there newer thoughts to be had? Is there a different way you could be looking at it? Okay? So I like this. Be impartial even to your own journey, to your wandering path. Okay? Don't assume that you know what's going to happen. Yes, you know a curve is a curve, but is there a reason for that curve? Okay? Is there something that you should be looking at instead of anticipating the curve? Okay? Is that curve going to show you something different? Be impartial. Don't judge it right away. Just let it be. Don't assign it a name. Don't assign it a label. Right. Don't assign anything a label in your life before you go to it. This is a whole new way of doing things in August, okay? Right away I'm feeling that from your August reading. I'm looking at it and all I can see is like, don't judge everything right away, because things are, you're going to be doing a redo, but it's more of a redo on your own terms. It's a redo of the way you think. You're going to have major shifts of going, you're going to be questioning everything that you've learned so far and why you think the way you think. You might be pleasantly surprised about the new avenues and the new ways of thinking that you are going, the new paths that you're exploring this month. That's pretty much what I'm feeling in this right now. So I've realized that I didn't pull any of these cards, but this is long enough. I will pull that in the extended with the tarot. So if you're interested to getting more about all these separate weeks and see what else is going to come through with Spirit, this is a very nice month. It's a very spiritual month for you. It's a very, enlightening month. Very enlightening. You will be enlightened this month, Pisces. You will surprise yourself. Nice. Okay, so I'm sending you lots of love and light. I'm going to come back with the extended. Please make sure to subscribe so that you don't miss out. That way you're always, YouTube will always let you know when I post a new video, and you'll be able to see it as soon as possible. You'll always be notified. Thank you for your support. Lots of love and light. Take care of yourself, Pisces.